Thank you very much, Matt. I am Jess Eddy. I'm taking you over now. I'm taking you the last race of the day. We're at the start line for the Prince of Wales Challenge Cup. We have Twickenham R.C. Queen's University Belfast.
Go!
And looking here now, they've come off the start well in this race. It's good to see these crews again. We're looking at the Buckinghamshire station. I'm watching the umpire to ensure that, see whether he's going to move. That Buckinghamshire crew on the top is just needing to straighten themselves out.
And great start here for Leander, the top of your picture. Just sneaked out to half a length lead here over the Twickenham Queen's University Belfast combination. Clean start there, Sarah.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it, here? We've got the boat back on line on the Buckinghamshire station with that Twickenham Rowing Club and Queen's University Belfast crew. But it is the Leander crew on the top of the page that we can see has got the slightly better start. This really quite young quad that we're looking at here. And it's good to see there with Jack Keating in the bow seat, having a little look over there. And I think he'll be giving some feedback to his crew that they have got themselves up and they are running.
We're slightly faster yesterday to the barriers. We would expect this Leander crew to have a bit more speed out of the blocks and to that first marker for us, really. But this is a big crew here. This composite crew with the world-class star athletes, the big, strong individuals, and they've been proven that through testing and physiological testing to be picked to be part of that system.
Yeah, and they've got a few of their own stories, haven't they? So you'll remember Valeri, who used to do all our biomechanics, and it is Victor Kleshnov, who's in the stroke seat of that Leander's crew. And of course, he has had some injury this year. He got selected and he's missed out, so making sure he doesn't miss out on this moment.
We've heard so much of that heartache and injury and COVID through this year, people missing out on these big races. And Victor was meant to be the under-23 single sculler out at the World Championships, but couldn't go out there. So hopefully this is some, you know, bit of redemption for him, bit of revenge from those races he has missed, and he can let this out down the course right now, and they're doing a great job of it.
Yeah, they are. If you look at these two crews, you can see that Leander boat with the pink blades on the top of our picture, or the right of their picture, there is a really flat stroke that they're achieving there. You can see the boat is not moving at all, so the bow of it, the bow ball is just lifting up, moving through, and it really is an efficient way to scull a boat.
Such a fast-moving boat, the men's quad. You're a long-time quad rower, and that difference between having so much surface area to push on and a smaller boat, and then the power of it. The men's quads, I always think they look quite upright, quite punchy, don't they? I think they're doing it very well here.
Yeah, and it's interesting, isn't it? I remember when I moved from an 8 with a single blade into a quad, the boat speed is actually quite similar, but the way you row it and the time you have at the front of the stroke is really different because of actually, say, how they pick up that boat speed. There's a little bit less lead that you'd be able to get on the 8, and then on the quad, you're picking it up and you have to move your legs quick, legs back, and that can make sure that the bow ball can come down a bit. But if you get it right, if you're able to hold it up, you can see what they're doing in this Leander crew. The bow ball is just surging out on each stroke. It's great to see.
The steering there from Twickenham and Queen's Belfast crew. Really interesting to have a little look around and try and stay in contact with the Leander boat now.
Yeah, and it's interesting, isn't it? Because I don't think they've been pushed too much through this regatta, so this is going to be a new feeling for them coming down. They're going to really have to bring themselves in, work together, use their power, their potential, and communicate.
Here, you might well have seen some footage of this crew here on the left of your screen. They're part of the world-class start program we keep talking about. They've been picked for their physiology, and Alex King there in the 3 seat had a great video about between the blades, about how he's picked to come and just start this sport. He absolutely loves it. He loves rowing at Twickenham Rowing Club. He loves being part of it, and he really wants to get up there on the Olympic stage. And they're actually making a move here, Sarah.
Yeah, it's exciting, isn't it? And actually, you can see they've become energised by that move. They've got that feedback, and you can see their blades are just moving through, and the energy in their boat at the moment is phenomenal. This is where this course is quite interesting, I think, because there is certainly, over 2,112 metres, we've had winners on both sides, but as you're going along the course, there's slightly different water movement, you're close to each bank differently, and so you can, at this point, the Twickenham Club, the Buckingham crew, I think the water's a little bit quicker for them, so potentially that gets them back in the race. Their first part of the race, the water was a little bit slower for them, which maybe meant why they're half a length down.
And they have moved. They've moved to in, I would call it, a third of a length of this Leander crew, and they're really in this race now. We're in for a real humdinger.
Oh, what a privilege to watch this, isn't it? We've got this overhead shot and you can see how it's working. The Leander crew, the pink blades over here, picking it up really flat, using their legs, bow ball surging. The power on the upper one, the Twickenham boat, you've got the legs, they're pushing it, the second half of the stroke for them. They're moving a little bit more water down the blade. You can see it's a little bit deeper in how they're rowing. Maybe not quite yet as skilled as their opposition, but my good, they're using their power well.
Leander have responded. They look like they've freed it up a pip or two, and they've actually pushed back again now. They're holding on to this lead. They do not want this Twickenham and Queen's University Belfast crew to take any more of them. They're absorbing that push.
Yeah, and it's really important that you do this in this match racing, isn't it? Because the Twickenham crew will have absolutely made a call. They'll have been done 10, 15 strokes where they are committing even more, going above the line to get back in touch. Leander have absorbed it, and then you move back on them, don't you, Jess? And then at that point, you want to kill the other crew at this point. It really is. It's how can you kill the race and make sure that you get yourself up and get that medal for yourself.
You see the Leander crew, John Keating, James Cartwright, Oliver Costley, Victor Kleshnev, powering away there. They're coming to the final stages of the Prince of Wales Challenge Cup, this men's intermediate quad.
Oh, crowd there cheering them on. Absolutely been fantastic race. They were asked questions of, they've answered them. Leander again.
And that is a win for the Leander crew in the Prince of Wales Challenge Cup.
And you can absolutely hear how much it means to them. Absolutely, I think best celebration of the day so far.
Sit up, please.
Oh, look at that there, they really have given it there. The winners still lying down, the umpire asking them to sit up just to check that they are okay. They've given it everything. The tank is empty.